back in the booth with Big Man and Jay Lee on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
In the media business, Jay.
Okay.
In the media business, radio, TV, news broadcasting or sports or any kind of broadcasting in general, when you have a mic in front of you, interns.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Whenever you have a mic in front of you,
Microphone fiend. Sorry.
whether it's off or on, you should always
Be mindful of what you say.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. If there's ever a greater fear is to have where you think the mic's off and you push it away and you are live, ready to go. Reverend Jesse Jackson said he wanted to cut off Barack Obama's balls. That was embarrassing.
A lot of people feel like that now, though. You know.
So, you know. Actually, no. His approval rating has gone up because the Republicans keep on putting out just stupid ass candidates.
You can still cut somebody's balls off and approve of them, can't you?
I guess so if you really want to.
Yeah, I approve of you, but you don't need your nuts.
Exactly.
What you got for me, man?
Well, Charles Barkley, man.
Chuck.
Like I said, we were watching the Atlanta Hawks in the
Circumference.
we were watching the Atlanta Hawks and we were watching the Miami Heat play. And I always enjoy when Chuck gets on the mic when he's like at a game and he's calling the game because he's basically unfiltered. He just talks about anything that he wants to. And there was a part during the game where Reggie Miller said something like where Charles Barkley was saying that the Hawks were too nice. Blah 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 yada yada and Reggie and he's like, well, hold on now, and Reggie was like, you know what? Nah, Chuck, if you have a problem, then come see us. I was like, what the heck is Reggie talking about? And then I saw the video of them having a conversation. Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley. They thought they were off the air, but the camera was on them and the mics were on. And Charles was talking about Weight Watchers, and he was talking about how terrible the Atlanta Hawks were. And how nice they were and all this other stuff. Here's a little bit what Chuck had to say.
I thought this was the greatest scam going. Yeah. Get paid for watch sports. Yeah. This Weight Watchers thing is a bigger scam. Yeah.
Now, I was nervous for Chuck. Because when he said that, I'm like, oh, God, I hope Weight Watchers doesn't overreact and try to take his money. Okay? But it came out that, they appreciated Chuck. And they said that it's a very good gig to lose weight and to make money.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what Chuck meant.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah, but what did you just think about the whole situation when I posted that video up on your page?
I thought it was entertaining. Like I said, it's always good to see because, when you see people, report news and, it's almost like how you view your teacher. Like, if you see a teacher outside of the classroom, it's weird because you don't realize they're a real human being.
Right.
So when you see broadcasters or famous people, talking and having a regular conversation, it comes across as refreshing. So I thought it was cool.
Because the best part of that video was?
What's that?
Kevin Harlan. This game is terrible.
This game is terrible.
Look at this, 31%. Yeah. Good God.
But the sad thing is, Kevin Harlan is in a position where he has to be objective. And Charles and Reggie are able to provide a little analyst, so you're able to get a little bit more from them. But to hear Kevin Harlan say it was just, this game is awful.
31%? Good God.
And the sad thing was they were halfway into the first quarter. They weren't even deep into the game. Kevin Harlan knew this was going to be a dog of a night. He knew it was going to be a dog. Yeah.
And then when Charles tells Reggie, Dwight, if I'm them, I'm trading anybody I need to get Dwight Howard. Reggie, them? He don't want to come here.
Exactly. He wouldn't want to stay there.
I don't care if he was born and raised here. He don't want to come here.
And I think people would like to hear them talk like that.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times people have that mixed up to where they think, nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear them all professional. No, people want to hear real. That's why reality TV is so big.
Exactly.
I want to hear Kevin Harlan say, this is a terrible game. But I want to hear him say it while Joe Johnson is isolated on the perimeter.
Right. But I mean, Charles Barkley says it, but Kevin Harlan, like you said, he can't say that.
I want to hear Kevin Harlan, this is just awful. Oh, he's sucking the energy right out of the building. I want to hear that.
Right.
That'd be nice. That'd be real nice to hear.
How you like Shaq on TNT right now?
He's awful.
You do? You don't like him?
The problem with Shaq is that he's been somebody that his entire life has tried to be funny. It doesn't come across as natural. He came up with all these stupid characters and these nicknames, and he talks like I'm Shaquille O'Neal, and that worked when you were a player because you were giving interviews and it was funny to see those clips. But now that you're in the broadcast world, you have to project your voice. Like you have to talk.
Look,
and he's not funny.
When he first did, I was like, this man's really talking like he got marbles in his mouth right now. This man's really talking like he's really talking like he's being interviewed. I'm like, yo. You gotta open your mouth. You gotta talk.
And the
man.
thing is, like you have,
and when I saw him for the Atlanta Hawks game, I was like, okay.
He's opening his mouth more.
But you don't like his analysis.
He's not. It's not as natural. Like when Charles Barkley talks, Barkley's not trying to be funny, and those are the funniest. I'm serious.
No,
I'm serious. Barkley's not trying to be funny. He's giving you an honest assessment.
Opinion.
Same thing with Kenny Smith. Honest assessment. Ernie Johnson. He's not trying to be funny. Ernie's a nerd,
right?
And they put him with Barkley, who's unfiltered, and Kenny Smith is cool, and those three work. Shaq is the guy trying to be cool next to the cool kids, so he's with the cool kids, and he's telling all these jokes, trying to make himself cool to fit in, and it just doesn't work.
Falls a little flat.
Shaq has always fallen flat to me.
Really? Never been funny to you?
He's never said anything remotely funny to me.
Okay. Now, I want to I don't know how we can really transition to this, but we're going to transition to Serena Williams' booty.
Speaking of fat. No.
Thank you.
Speaking of falling flat.
Well, now Common and Drake have had, I guess, a little beef.
What is the world coming to when two light-skinned guys are beefing? This is like a Doug Christie, Rick Fox fight. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Awful. It was terrible.
Awful.
Especially when your wife has to get into it, man. You can't respect that.
That's what happens when you light-skinned. Ain't nobody.
You can't respect
that's what happens when you light-skinned.
What do they call it? Pancake batter colored?
Nougat. That nougat.
Well, so you have Common and Drake beefing. Basically, Common, was the one that kicked it off, saying, it is a single Sweet,
which is a very hard single. Filmed in Haiti. The video was tough.
He wasn't singing, was he?
No, it wasn't no singing.
He wasn't no singing in that one.
No singing in that.
So it came out that he finally said, yeah, it was about Drake. And let's be honest, he was trying to push his album, which was coming out that week. And I'm very honest. Love Common to death. His albums don't sell. They just don't. People don't buy his album. Lyrically, he's one of the best.
You think he is? I don't. Nothing. Common doesn't impress me lyrically.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
Well, now it's coming out because Drake and Serena were kind of linked together for a little bit there. Yeah. And Drake be falling in love with anything that walks by him.
Drake
that shows him attention. Drake be falling in love. Love you. And and he talks about it. But now Common has a song that's called "Loving I Lost." That's basically about Serena Williams. And give you a little bit right here. Hope we don't get in trouble.
I remember she sit there with a thickness. Never played the game, but I heard about the sisters. A wise mister said love is gonna get ya. But that ain't what I read in the scriptures. God be with us. It was hard for me to take down the pictures. I was tripping. I even called a sister. How can someone you talk to each and every day that you about to marry the only married way? I'm singing through the pain like I was Mary J. Cause we break up to make up like Mary Kay. Rumors leaving tumors on my heart.
All right, so he's talking about Serena Williams.
That's hard. I like that.
No, and the song is actually dope. But but the thing about it is, I'm like, oh, okay, you have a broken heart. That's what this is about. You don't it's always about when a man leaves a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because Common, from the rumors, Common was the one that ended the relationship. Okay, now a man can always break up with a woman. Mm-hmm. But until he sees that woman
with another guy
and another guy that he knows, like him, him,
that'll drive you nuts, won't it?
Him,
that'll drive you nuts and that's why that song was titled "Sweet." Cause that's exactly what he said. Oh, man, you with his sweet ass, you with that sweet ass.
It's all good. It's all
Nizzle.
Good. You can get rid of a chick. You can be done with her, tired of her, don't want to see her no more. Yeah. Then you see her with him.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Guess what you're going to do then? What you going to do then, Jay? You're going to send her a text. You're not going to talk about him.
No, not at all.
You're going to say what you're doing.
What's up? What's going on with you?
Come on, Jay. What you going to do?
I mean, you're going to start fishing. Right. You're going to start fishing, I mean, hey,
you weren't thinking about it. You haven't thought about it. You don't give a damn. You probably got 2 chicks right here.
Common might start. He might start Facebook stalking her, checking previous posts, checking her Twitter feed.
Because here's the thing. Another thing that came out recently. They're talking about Drake got with Delicia Bryant, or then got with his ex. It was back and forth. All of a sudden, Serena tweeting about really her. Really, I miss you. Da 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 da.
Look, man.
Common sees that. Really?
That enraged him. That enraged him. And if you ever get a chance to watch the unedited version of the Sweet video, and you listen to Common, you will see the rage. You will see the rage. He was calling Drake all sorts of PMFers and soft FMFers. He went in, and at that point, I knew I'm not gonna mess with Common. He's not a big dude, but you got 2-3 rough-looking Haitians with machetes on deck by your side. I'm not messing with.
But what we said off air. What do we say off air about Serena Williams? If you getting with Serena Williams, you got to have some kind of. You got it.
Yeah. See, and that's,
you got to be strong.
And that's my thing about Drake, man.
You think you can handle that?
And that's why. And that's why it didn't last. Because Drake's small. He'll drown in that shit, man. He ain't. He hurt. You don't want to go in there. Pull him out. Drake. And that's why, Drake can't. He can't handle. That's too much for him.
That's too much.
Drake a tender little.
If you can see the picture, the people that are online, look at the picture Drake that I have of Serena Williams in his bikini, where the bottom is basically, the bottom part of the bikini is swallowed up by just everything.
Now, I want you to look at that. Now, and I'm going to get a little graphic. Imagine bending that over and it's going to stick out a little bit more. So Drake is trying to enter her from the rear. He light-skinned and he from Canada, so he ain't got enough stroke to even. Drake can't even make it to the pudding from where he is.
And where Common from?
I'm from Chicago. We heavy-handed around these parts. Hey
man, hold on. We get out of here. We're gonna talk about the playoffs. Give you our predictions, and we're gonna talk about
Drake doing all that singing and high notes. You ain't got no stroke. What Nicki say is so wet you got to paddle in. Drake on a jet ski. You ain't getting in there. Get your ass.
We're talking about the national championship. We're talking about the playoffs. Give our predictions. It's the booth of Big Man and Jay Lee.
ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Let's say you're a dad and you want to take your son and daughter on the perfect